I hope you can hear us. I'm sorry about the quality of the video, but I've got to make these videos late at night because just circumstances with the way I'm looking after somebody else, you see. So it's I couldn't even make them late at night, so the video quality isn't so good. So I'm sorry about that, but it's the information that's important, not the video quality. Anyway, I want to talk about a powerful form of meditation. Well, it isn't meditation actually, it's a way of increasing the energy in the human body. It's actually what the yogis and the Tao did, the holy men, what you call the avatars of history. It's one of the big secrets that have been hidden. There's a lot of information on this sort of thing on the internet, but it isn't explained in a really scientific sort of way. What most people don't realize is the universe works on energy ribbons which have a vortex shape, winding and unwinding energy ribbons. One winds one way and one winds the other way, and these waves, when they hit each other, cause a form of wave compression which creates subatomic particles and eventually creates atoms. The whole universe is made of this. The scientists years ago, around 1900, called it the ether. Later on they went down this atomism route to do with Greek atomism, which was to do with particles, which is a load of rubbish based on Einstein, which is a cul-de-sac and a dead end, as everything's really made from energy, and it's actually made from energy waves. These energy waves or vortices can be in alignment or out of alignment. They're actually gyroscopic in nature. I don't know if you've ever seen a child's toy, a gyroscope. When you spin a gyroscope and it's running at full speed, it spins nice and straight, extremely fast, and doesn't wobble about. That's because it's in wave alignment. When it starts to slow down, it wobbles all over the place and becomes a sort of eclipse oval. And this is when everything's out of alignment. Well, the whole universe works on waves, which are less than subatomic particles, which is really what Tesla called the dark light field. They call it dark matter, but it isn't matter actually. It's energy, because matter can't exist without energy. Matter is just caused by what's called wave field compression, where the two waves hit. And these different sort of compressions, depending on how the wave constructions, create different atomic crystallizations, different structures based on sacred geometry. It's all to do with mathematics, which is a lot of it's far beyond me. I do understand quite a lot of it, but our scientists are basically in the dead end. The ones in the university, they're talking a load of rubbish. Why is this important? Because human beings can affect their electrical system and actually learn to pulse their electrical system. One of the things I did learn to do in 2008, while trying different sorts of meditation and different sorts of concentrations within the body, different sort of mental practices, was I discovered that you could push the energy through the human body from the crown, right through, down through the spine and out through the feet. There's a lot of information about this. I continued doing it. I got better at it later on. And one day in 2000, I think it was early 2008, I pushed it and pushed it and pushed it, and I'd done it for about an hour and a half non-stop, thinking about nothing else but pushing the energy through it. And I had my first, what I would call, bliss experience, which was profound, absolutely profound. It was like nothing I've ever experienced. The only thing I can compare it to is like living in complete and utter joy. It's hard to compare to anything else. Even when I was a young man at my happiest, I don't think I've experienced anything like that. And it's what the ETs experience on the higher planes, because the wave fields are all nicely in alignment. The gyroscopics are all in their balance. And this is where Buddha and a lot of these famous holy men got the term balance. It was all about the waves, the vortex waves. When they were all in alignment, they were all in balance. And this is where the term being in balance comes from, with their meditation and the holy men and the spiritual teachings, but it's just all been forgotten or lost or hidden on purpose. Anyway, I had this bliss experience that lasted for about 7 or 8 minutes. I can't explain what it's like unless you've actually experienced it. Put this way, if people could walk around like that all the time, they would give all their money away for it. If somebody had a Ferrari, they'd give you the keys, because it just blows you away. It's unbelievable. Even when I was a young man, young and fit, at the happiest of my life, I didn't experience that sort of joy. It didn't last very long, probably only lasted 7 or 8 minutes, but it's a shame humanity can't experience it. This is why meditation and energy work is so important. There's a lot of information about a chap called Saint Germain and what's called the violet flame of transformation, which I found very helpful. It was the next stage that I used later on, where I used a mental picture when I was pushing the energy from the crown through the head, right through the spine and out the feet. And I found, as I pictured a violet colour, because violet's a high frequency, this worked even better. And in 2010 I managed to have a bliss experience that lasted about 40 to 45 minutes. I walked outside and I was walking around looking at people, and I just felt so sorry for people because our lives are really miserable compared to that, and it's all got to do with emotions. Most human emotions down here are very low. That's because the background frequency of the earth, what's called the Schumann resonant frequencies, is extremely low, and has been for the last at least 13,000 years, since the fall of Atlantis, because of the dissonance in the wave field, the blockages in the wave field, the misalignments in the wave field, the lack of gyroscopic stability in the subatomic wave field, and human emotions actually help to create this problem. Bad human emotions create low frequencies which are very out of alignment, dissonant, fractured, full of eddy currents, which is like bumps on them. They bump into each other and they slow everything down. Whereas higher frequencies have a tendency to be in greater alignment. Then you all line up what's called fractal wave nesting, where they all nest together in the vortices, and the vortexes are spinning at a high rate and not out of balance. And this is why it's important to become aware of your emotions. Most men are terrible with emotions. I was terrible, and women are actually a lot better at picking up on their emotions quickly if there's been an emotional change. And this is why it's important to try to keep yourself happy or peaceful or feeling positive, because if you feel the other side, like hate, anger, bitterness, sadness, it actually brings your frequency down, and the frequencies become low, and the energy waves become out of alignment. This is why spiritual practice is so important. Like I say, if you can learn to push the energy through you and do this violet flame of transformation, which really means flame in the ancients, it really meant energy. It wasn't to do with anything to do with fire. The flame's actually a term used for energy. It's just a way. It's just an energy construction. It's just that they didn't understand what energy truly was, the different types of photon light, and they didn't understand about the way of energy construction, because it was at a subatomic level, an atomic level, something they couldn't see. So if you want to have a bliss experience and you want to be happier, that's the way to go, is to meditate and work on your work on your energy fields, your internal energy fields, which flow through your chakra system. Humans have a lot of blockages in their chakra system, which is caused by emotional problems, age, and the dissonant field that's around us, which is helped by pushing this energy through. If you sit and practice this every day, it's extremely good for you. And if you can get this bliss frequency, it's a wonderful experience, really wonderful experience. Like I say, I can't explain it until you've actually felt it. It's better than money, it's better than sex, it's better than alcohol, it's better than drugs. It's just unbelievable. It's hard to do first, because humans have got a lot of blockages in them, and it takes a lot of practice. Like I say, I first started doing it about 16 years ago, and I discovered it by pure accident. And I practice it every day if I can. I still have me emotional problems. If I think of something negative, I try to look the other way. And you're always going to get this with the ego and the mind. You're always going to get negative thoughts come in. The best way to get around that is to look the other way, think something positive. Humans have a tendency to live in the past or the future, which I do myself. And it's better if you live in the now, because it actually increases the flow of the energy through the crown, right through your spine into the floor. This is where mindfulness comes from. Anyway, it's all to do with energy flow. So if you get a chance to try the the violet ray of transformation, there is information on it about Saint Germain, the violet ray of transformation. If you look online, and the lessons are free. Some of it is actually quite hard to figure out, but that's what it's all about. It's about pushing the energy through your body and making it all align in a proper way and flow nicely, and get rid of your blockages within your electrical system of your body, in your brain and in your spine and all over your body, because your body is covered in nerves, and your neurons in your brain. You've got all these nerves in your spine, and you've got nerves all over your body, which, because humans are bioelectrical beings. Anyway, I hope this information's been helpful. My name's Alan Watson. I haven't found this information easily. Like I say, I've been looking into what I call esoteric knowledge since at least 2002. I've probably been looking at hidden knowledge for about 22 years, and this is the conclusions I've come to after a lot of work. Thank you for listening anyway.